Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's a little special edition of RIVERWATCH today. There's been lots of goings on in the lots of tragic incidents going on in the past few weeks on this river, especially in the dock and the basin areas. And so, as part of RIVERWATCH, we tend to come down and we always check this infrastructure out. And every time we do go live, we do check this infrastructure out, and I can see quite a bit of problems. So we're going to see what's going to go on. You all right, sir?
Morning.
Yeah, what it is, I come down here, I do a YouTube channel, and there's been another lad. Mate.
That bit up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna. What I'm doing, I'm not filming kids or nothing. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna document these ones because it's going out, and I'm gonna hashtag it to the right people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start documenting these because I go right the way along the river, and people out there that watch will go to town on it.
Quite a few young ones down.
Mate, I'm not out of respect for the family. I don't talk about things, you know, and I know, and I'm coming down here just to check up on these because it's terrible, mate, and I don't think they'll. You don't want to spoil everyone's fun and everyone's view, but
it safer for the younger ones.
Bro, but the thing was, people used to come down here with their kids and family and everything, but it's it will take you, mate. There's too much stuff sticking up and floating about in the river. There's stakes sticking up, and I don't want to alarm, but the thing is, when we was kids, it was what, 35 pence in the swimming baths, and there were loads.
And they're all shut down.
Well, I think, no, what happened, bro, you started having to sign yourself up. You had to join this group or join the council and be on and it just took the freedom away. And I think a lot of people turned away and they put the price up. And now we're in this situation now where kids will just go bang. They're adventurous, aren't they? So,
and there's more and more kids. When I was a kid, I've lived in Woolwich all my life.
Yeah.
None of these blocks.
No.
It's so many kids.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately.
Well, mate, that was when people had common sense, mate.
Yeah.
You have to pay extra for that now, bro.
I ain't got much common. I'm carrying her.
Well, as long as we got half an idea, we'll get along, won't we? Anyway, take care, bro. Have a nice day. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you up to the top, and I'm going to show you the extent of the problem. They say, accidents do happen, and more needs to be done, and I hope there is in schools and stuff like that, because this is just getting crazy. And I'll show you that, and in fact, in these areas, some serious things have happened, and it seems to me it's a bit ignorant, to be honest with you. After what's just happened a couple of days ago. There's been some river tragedies up towards the other end of the river, and we're coming out here, and I'll show you. It seems like there's a complete lack of interest, and it's a sad situation. I'll show you in a minute. And as you can see, I'm not going to go into detail, but we're on a site where a terrible tragedy happened, yeah. And I can't see, well, we're near that site. And I can't see due to the nature of what's happened now and what happened, there is nothing. There is absolutely nothing. You can access this. I understand. I think there are a few reasons why they have to have these things. But to be honest with you, you can access this and get straight out onto the River Thames here, and there is nothing. There are no life rings. Now, considering the tragedy that happened here, there are no signs. You know, a young person unfortunately lost their life here, and there are no signs or anything. The only signs that you can see are marine signs to other. There's a buoy out there and there's a marker there that tells you it's deep. But general public don't know that, do they? So we're going to walk along this part and I'll show you how bad the situation is. Right, so you've seen no life rings here. There's been 2 young lives lost this week alone in this River Thames. So I urge anyone, if you're out and about, if you're taking your dogs for a walk, or if you just go by one, just check them. The policeman ain't going to tell you off. There ain't no park keepers anymore. And the man from the council ain't going to say nothing. You are performing a public civic duty. Right, so we have just walked how far? Now, considering there was a tragic incident, and there have been many over the years in this area. Here we go. This, right, so say for instance, right, say, yeah, they should be. Say for instance, you think, right, you're walking along here, you're knackered. You think, right, I'm going to jump in here. I'm going to go for a swim. So, you start getting in a bit of trouble. Someone comes along and tries to throw you a life ring. Well, me hearties, unless you can untie a seaman's knot with nylon rope, you ain't getting that off. That is useless. It will not do its job. Oh, there's been 2 further down a couple of days within the last week. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And you know what? The least I can do is put it back in its proper space, isn't it, really? You know, you're gonna struggle, aren't you? You ain't gonna. It's not gonna happen for you. It doesn't even fit anyway. It doesn't fit. So we move on. Yeah, some people are using them as swimming aids, aren't they? But that is ridiculous. To tie it in a knot like that is absolutely ridiculous. You can't get it undone. And seconds are vital. Seconds are vital. We all know that. And in fact, to be quite honest with you, even at this time of year, and we are doing this for a bit of awareness. So if anyone's out there watching this, if any youngsters are out there, what you got to realise about this place is this. It's not very clean, number one. And I'll show you a little later on how dangerous jumping in this place can be. You know, and I've done this as a kid, and I know the dangers of this place, yeah? And a lot of people watching probably may know somebody like I did who succumbed to this river. Yeah, many of us did. So you would have thought over the years there would be a lot more infrastructure, and I can't even see any on the other side of the river. Anyway, we move on to the next one, yeah? Right, that one's not working. So we'll run down a bit further and we'll try the next one. Absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. So that one's tied up. Sorry, I'm just doing a bit of awareness, river awareness. Yeah, so that one's tied up. There's one missing, totally gone here. Oh dear. Do you know, I'm not a political person, but it does make you wonder where all the money's going, doesn't it? Tragedy after tragedy on this goddamn river. More awareness. Definitely more awareness in schools. More signs. And a lot more of these. Yeah, big up Jackie Reed, and I am out with a kit today. Just in case, you never know, alongside this river. Unbelievable, unbelievable, bro, isn't it? Well, let's have a look down here. Right, so those two, there's one missing down there, there's one missing down yonder, we've got one coming up. Let's have a look. Big up MI5, you junglist raver, you. Right, now this is number 3. So should we see? Should we play what's in the box? You never know. What do you think's going to be inside this one? What do you think's going to be inside this one? In an emergency, where is 2 Peer Parade? Aha! Aha! We're going to find 2 Peer Parade. Where is number 2 Peer Parade? If anyone out there can tell me where number 2 Peer Parade is, we're going to go and have a moan at them. We're going to go and say, whoever's in charge of these life rings, what do you reckon, beer cans? Whoever's in charge of these life rings, they need to fix up. We've seen 2 missing down there, one tied up, useless. And now we're going to check number 3. We're going to check number 3. Yeah, I know the suspense is killing you. So we're going to have a look, yeah? I will stand back. It's East London. Hey, absolutely nothing. Bit of tissue. Looks like someone's wiped their bottom on it and put it in this nice little locker. Two Peer Parade, eh? Steve Cooper. Right, so that's number 3. Now, a couple of days ago, another lad succumbed to the river. We've had numerous incidents and an absolute tragedy along this walk here right now as well. And the infrastructure is absolutely pony. Absolutely. So if anyone wants to share this, anyone on the river or knows anyone on this river, there you go. Number 3. Let's even open these doors to show you. There's nothing in there. Big up them I-5. I think we've got a problem. Are we spending the money on other things or what? No, not them, anybody but them. River safety or the RNLI, but not them, Pat, anyone but them. Oh no, I'll have to buy a new phone. Right, now, I could... Right, have they sealed this off? Is this accessible? Right, now. Right, now right. Right, so, right, now this is, so if anyone's watching this, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this because I've been a lot closer to this river, yeah. So, yeah, the people out there that are watching, I'm going to show you this. You right, Gov? Mate, what are they doing with these life rings, bro? Look, but another lad yesterday. Two in 1 week. And I've just come along here and there's 3, no good. That one's empty. And one they've tied with such a knot, you have to be a seaman to undo it. So what I come out here doing, I'm doing awareness, because obviously there was a tragedy down there, you know, we ain't going to go into that one. And mate, so I do quite a lot of river stuff.
Yeah.
So I put it out there. You know, there's a lot of people watching that will put it out there, and it's just river safety, mate.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, don't even think about it. Yeah. It's nice. It's lovely. It's a nice beach. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not here to scare you. Yeah. But the river is unforgiving. It doesn't take no prisoners. And what happens is, if you see the tide, it comes in, yeah? Well, that's not so bad. But when the tide comes out the other way, is it when it takes. And it will just... So if you throw a little can or anything in that river, you'll watch it just go off down the...
It's quite fast, isn't it?
Yeah, well, with the wind, probably about 6-8 miles an hour at the minute. So you haven't, you know, that poor girl down there, you just swept away. You haven't got a chance. Once it gets you. And once you start walking on this green stuff, it gets wet and slippery.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah. I'm not trying to scare you. Yeah. But hopefully, when you go to school, I've heard that they might be talking to you lot about it. There should be more signs up, and do you know what I mean? Because, mate, you know, I'm not going to say in front of your kids, but we had a different life. It was totally different.
Well, I used to work in Kingston. People get a few beers now, and they just
see that scaffold pole? What'll happen is, as the tide comes up, that scaffold pole will stand up. Jump off that jetty. I've had stories of people disabled now. A guy jumped in and there was a scaffold pole sticking out of him, and he landed on it and went up his spine, disabled him, paralysed him. So, you know, and not only that, what happens is his bricks, they'll start to float midway in the water, and then they get carried along. So you get whacked by a log, a brick, a piece of metal. It's a very, you know, it's a very dangerous place. It's beautiful, but that's why they put that there.
Apparently, it's the cleanest urban waterway in Europe, they say. I don't know how they
I don't know. Anyway, have a good day, kids.
Take care.
Have a good day, mate. Thank you very much. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now is I'll show you just for awareness how accessible this river can be, you know. And I understand, as far as I know, you know, they need slipways and entrances and stuff like that. But, I'm just going to give you. I'm just going to show you how easy it is to jump in this river. And as I say, every single life ring down here isn't working at all. It's an absolute shame. So basically, this is how easily accessible this river is, right? So a quick pull on the gate. So now what'll happen is if you're... So for awareness, what'll happen is you'll get down here. It'll probably be a bit of a windy day. That's what you've got to be careful of as well, the wind. It's a bit blustery. So you'll get down to about here now. Oh! Right, what starts to happen, for anyone that didn't know, is you've got that algae there. Now that algae will get wet, it will get slippery. Yeah. So you'll come down here, it'll be a bit wet and slippery, and there you go, your first hurdle is a big lump of corrugated iron.